Okay, welcome to ye old Call of the Wild farm. You can see there's still some drifts left. You know where it drifted because it's still there. It hasn't been real warm. Today's about 43. I'm actually sweating out here in my coat. This came in 1 week ago, tomorrow, 1 week ago tomorrow. So Thursday, we had blizzard-like conditions, whiteouts. Our driveway got snowed in. Thank God we have wonderful, wonderful neighbors. He dropped Klaus off from school and then called me up and said, I want to plow your driveway. And I said, I want to give you cocoa bombs. So it worked out. We were doing something called the deep litter method. And what that means is that you put in a layer of litter, in this case wood shavings, and then you continue to put in more and more shavings. You don't clean it out. I did that because it was so cold for so long and I could not chip. Stuff was actually freezing to the floor, so I just throw more litter on. But it's 43 today and it's going to be in the 50s tomorrow, and since it stinks in there, I am going to be cleaning this out for the flock. We'll do this today. I'll put a layer of shavings in here, a light layer for tonight and tomorrow, and then Friday morning before the storm really hits, I will be back out here putting in an extra thick layer because we're supposed to be in the single digits and negative temperatures overnight. We do have a heater. I just hung it by the wires onto the wall so it didn't get knocked over. This is a wonderful heater. It's a no fire heater. I gotta clear up the trap door. But basically, it's, I want to say infrared. So it heats you up if you're standing in front of it. But it only heats up you. It doesn't heat up the wood shavings. It doesn't heat up the air. The temperature in the coop is still going to be the same. But if the chickens get cold, they can stand in front of it. Okay, that's as good and clean as it's going to get. The floor has some damp spots in it, especially over over here. There's the trapdoor, and they like to roost all around the trapdoor. So it's kind of wet over there. I'm going to leave the doors open, and I'm just going to leave the coop as is. It's a nice day. Hopefully that'll dry. Nesting boxes don't look too bad. And I got 3 eggs. Okay, so these are our bucket feeder. And they've got little portals here that they can stick their head into and eat. Let's take a peek inside your food dish here, if I can do that without sticking fingers in the bucket. This is why I don't like all those little birds. They leave little poop everywhere. Poop everywhere. I'm going to do this with 2 hands. Okay, they still got quite a bit of food in there. So I'm not going to bother putting food in here today. I might be putting food in tomorrow. Food will be okay in here when it snows. I'll just they come with little covers here. So I put these little covers over the holes every night, and it'll keep the snow out of the food. And then our old feeder is under the coop here. I won't keep it there. It'll probably get some food in it and be put in the coop. No, that's fire that's crowing. I just heard this a couple of days ago. Fire used to crow like every other rooster, and all of a sudden he's doing that. I don't know if that's a sign of something or what, but we called it sun flame. Don't know why. Okay, I was looking in here saying this coop isn't bad, but where they roost at night, it's pretty bad. So I'm going to dump the wheelbarrow. This actually lifts up. It's on hinges here, so let me zoom out. I can actually lift this up and clean under there. If I can just do that really quickly. It'll help with any smells that come, and then I'll put some more shavings under there to absorb any of the moisture. But another thing that's just got to get done. So I got to go dump the wheelbarrow and then come back in here and clean under the roosting bars. The rest of this doesn't look too bad. Most of the drippings that you see, like here on the side, come from those darn little birds. They come in here and they roost. They roost on these ledges here, the top of the wall plates. And they're just a mess. They make a mess. You can see all the drippings up there. So I don't know how to keep them out. If anybody has suggestions on how to keep the little birds out of your coop, let me know. I do have the big door open because I was getting tools. But otherwise, normally I don't open the door. I don't let them, give them a chance to come in. Okay, so I got rid of that big pile of poop. I think the rest of this is just wood shavings. So I'll put some wood shavings down now to absorb the moisture underneath here. And then tomorrow or Friday, I will be out here piling it in just to keep the birds warm. We do have a little heater. I think it's buried behind those panels. We put them there so because the birds were roosting on here and they were making a mess of the nesting box. She's scared. She thinks I'm going to grab her. So I've been just ignoring her. But oh, there's our heater. But in here, I don't think we need it. In the other one, it was needed to keep their combs from freezing. But in here, they're not anywhere near the top. So even if they roost, they're a pretty close-knit colony, so they should be okay. If it looks like there's any problems, if they're really shivering or cold or not moving much, I will be turning on the heater. And this is another same heater like the one before. I am going to get it ready and move it probably right underneath the nesting box there. So if they do get cold and need just something to help them warm up, they can get next to the heater and it'll warm up and it doesn't start any fires. It just keeps them warm. So that's what I like. It's not a light. There's no fire hazards. These have fallen over and nothing has happened, thank God. But yeah. So I'm done in here and I'm going on to the next little project. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as this. Okay, so since we can't get the birds up off the ground, the next best thing here, I have a little pallet and I have the floor to the dog glue. I can't do this today because the floor of the dog glue was under about 2 inches of snow and now it's all wet. I don't remember what time it is, but it probably won't dry before tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, late morning, early afternoon, because we're going somewhere special, top secret. Yeah, so this will be hopefully dried out by then. If not, I'll bring out some old rags and dry it off. And I will be putting the dog glue on that. And you can see we got a new dish. The old one, Klaus did not empty out and it broke. This one's metal, so even if he forgets to pour out the water, hopefully it doesn't break or crack. Obviously they need food. Their feeder's tipped over. I'm still kind of wary of Silver. He hasn't attacked me lately, but yeah. I mean, you can see just how much snow there used to be with these drifts here. I didn't record it, but let's see, Hal's truck is an F350. It's got a 2-inch lift, but our neighbor had something similar and he almost got stuck coming up the driveway. So that's why I'm so thankful he plowed it. That drift there was actually up over the door. You could not open the door to that car without hitting the drift. So that's why there's still quite a bit of snow here. Today's obviously very warm and a very powerful melt. Tomorrow will be much the same. But I'm going to check underneath the dog glue because I think their boards got buried. And I don't want them sleeping on the bare ground. So I'm going to take care of that real quick. And then tomorrow I'll put that, hopefully with that together, and get their food and water in there. I don't know if they're going to come inside if I do this. It just kind of depends. I might put a thermometer in here overnight once I put the floor on to see how it does. And if it's considerably warmer than the outside, fine. But at least they're up off the ground, and I think that's what's going to help during this next cold snap. So they may not have to go down to the basement. I don't know what's worse, being locked up in a dog glue or being locked up in a dog kennel. But either way, they're going to have to be locked up so that it's better for them, so that they're safe and warm and everything. storm is coming in very, very quickly now. I didn't get the dog glue done until today. Yesterday we went to Stock Show, as you saw. You didn't get to see very much of it. Their photo policy is that basically you can't. So I put in just a little bit, hoping that it's okay. But there's a reason why I didn't show as much as I really wanted to. But we're gonna go give the birds some water and get them battened down for the day, because this storm is definitely moving in now. Klaus is sick. So we're going to be going into the doctor in this stuff. How fun. But, you know, something we got to do. Hey birds. So, they're pretty much set. I'm going to probably add a few more shavings in here. Topped off their water. Tonight they can keep their water. It's only supposed to be 11. The water starts freezing somewhere around 5 or 6. The heaters are rated to 1 or 0. Oh, sorry girl, I didn't mean to scare you off. We've got another egg. I got one earlier, so I've got 2. Put it in a pocket and hope it stays there. Yeah, you already had Scratch. Oh yeah, one more thing I gotta do. Put this in my pocket so that I can reach under here. This is a feeder. I'm putting this in here because the way the wind is blowing, we're going to have to feed it inside the tube. Dump this before I put it in. I might just take it over here and put some food in. Oh man, that wind. I'm sorry, you probably can't hear me over the wind. Try to protect the microphone a little bit. Oh, sandstorm. Yay. Okay, the storm is here. I'm going to put a couple of scoops in here. I don't like putting food in the coop because of the mice. They get in it and they dig. And when they dig, they throw it all over the floor. Because they're digging like to China. So I'm going to put a few scoops in here. That should get them through the day, because I'm going to cover up the bucket. And I'll check this tonight before it gets too dark for them to eat. Come on. Trash can lid on. That bucket will start to swing. There's already food on the ground from the wind blowing it. So I don't put a lot of food in this feeder because the mice, like I said, they dig in it. It gets everywhere. They don't roost on the bars much, if at all. But I'm going to leave this here just on the off chance that they decide to. And I'll check it. If there's poop in it, on it, around it, then I will be moving it out from under the feeders, putting it somewhere safer. Alright, so this coop is done. Except for this. I think I might just put these in here with this wind. I'm getting sandblasted. This goes in here. Alright, girls and boys, you're good? So, wonderful. And even though there's snow on the ground, things here are really dry. Part of it is from, this was a dry snow. How can snow pretty dry. The colder the temperature, the drier the snow. You get that champagne powder that skiers love. And yes, hi, troublemakers. You're all in here today. So cold equals dry. When it melts, there's actually less water than if it's warm snow. If it snows, I don't know what the cutoff point is. I just know that the colder it is, the drier the snow. And this was pretty powdery stuff. Alright. A minute, I'll be out of the way and then you can hear better. They're actually doing pretty good on their water. But I've got another egg. One. The ones with the blue stripes are dummy eggs. The dummy eggs are for two purposes. One is we had an egg eater, and this helps detour that. I gotta have two hands to pour the water. The second reason we put a dummy egg in there is it teaches the hens that that's where you lay, because they'll lay where there's other eggs. So I'll take that one, take my glove. Out of my pocket. That was weird. Very weird. So the waters are heated, the nipples are heated, and the water, the bottom's really thick. There's a heating coil, I believe, in there. So they can come and you can see them drink. It's not as easy as an open water dish, which we'll do in the summer. Hal filled up the bucket here yesterday. The other one is not empty, but it's pretty close to it, so that the weight of the snow doesn't break the handles, because the food in these buckets are pretty heavy. I don't want the handles to break. This one's full. He filled that one up yesterday. These two are done, and I have been debating about the dog loo. Since the birds are going to come inside, I was debating about them coming in. You heard that earlier in the video. I decided to bring them in because I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I don't want to be out when there's high winds and blowing snow, and because they don't have any heated dishes like these guys, their water will freeze, especially since Monday's high is 9, and we're going to have to come back out and check these, because with single-digit temperatures, I don't know how well these heating elements are going to work. They're new. We haven't had them at this temperature before. Doesn't look like any of the critters are going to be out. That's fine. I'm just doing a quick, I forgot the basket for eggs. But I've been collecting eggs all day. This is the third time I've been back here. So I'm just doing a quick peek. Make sure everybody's in here and doing okay. Water's okay. You normally get 3 eggs. I think this is the third one out of here. So thank you, girls. Looks like they're all in there. They're all happy. I don't need to put the heater on, at least not yet, because it's cold to us, but it's only like 24. It's not that cold to them. Probably pretty mild for them as stuff goes. I went to go get chicken feed because, oh, that's what I was going to do. Whew, I'm glad I said that. See, if you guys weren't here watching, I would have completely forgotten to check their food. I don't want to leave much food overnight because, one, they don't eat, but the mice do. So, there's plenty of food. There's one little... Oh, they are roosting up there. So I'm going to move that over here to that corner. I will check back later. And if they're still on the roosting bars, I'll move the food from here over to there somewhere. And now they're hopping down. So anyway, I'll check to see if they're on the roost later, or Hal will when he comes back with the food. We might have to move it to the other side, but not very many of the birds roost. Most of them like to spend the night on the ground over by the door. Don't know why that is. Makes it very difficult to put food somewhere, because over there they will try to roost on the feeder and they will poop in it then. So I don't know what to do. Leave it where it is, I guess, and scoop out poop when I have to. They didn't eat very much yet today, so that's good, better on our pocketbook. As long as they've got enough food. These guys, I think, are all inside too. I do want to check before I shut the door. There's some might hide out in the house. I have to tie the door. So, okay. What do we have in here? There is no light on this camera, so I'm going to turn this off so I can use the flash and see what I can do here. Yeah, using the flash doesn't work with the camera. So we've got 14 birds. I counted because they're all kind of clumped together, which is really good because when they clump together like that, they stay warm, warmer. They're up off the floor so they can be warm. They sit on their feet. Whoops, sorry. Show that wall. Some of this are obviously going to get cut out here anyway, so there we go. Chicken door is secure, and Hal will be home soon with some extra bag. So, all right, it's one of those nights. Hal let me buy dinner. I can just heat it up and eat it. And we didn't get to cover up the hives. Some people say it works, some doesn't. Hopefully they're okay. So that's it from here. I'm going to go inside and get some dinner and make a big batch of hot chocolate for everybody. So, I did take these two birds downstairs already, but I'm not going to leave this open like this. There's not a lot of food. I'm going to take it in so the mice can't get to it. I'm going to put their water dish in the dog glue, seal up the dog glue and the tractor, and let it snow. Hi, Kevin. Wanted out, so he's out. It's a little later than I anticipated coming to see the birdies, but I overslept. With the stock show Thursday night, we got in probably close to 11, so, and then I got up early. I needed to sleep in. I don't see any birdies under the coop. The snow's not that deep. We have maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Some of the drifts are a little higher. We've had quite a bit of wind. But check on birds number 1. These guys, if anybody needs food, it'll be them. You saw I just put a little bit of food in there yesterday. Nice insulation here on the roof. Hi, girls. Oh, there's an egg. Thank you. Oh, it's cracked. It must be frozen. All right. Water looks good. They're down to maybe, they've drank 1/4 of that. So they'll be good. It's warm in the coop. you open it up, you can feel how warm it is. There's a little bit of food in there, but I'm going to give them another scoop or two. Birds will eat more in the cold. Sorry, my fingers, but it's hard to hold the camera with the gloves on. Oh, slippery. Just like anything else. Birds will eat more in the cold just to stay warm. I will open the other side and check the water, make sure it's not frozen. It's 12. So it should be okay. And there was no poop in there, so they're not roosting above where that is. I'll get another scoop in there. No, that'll get them through a few hours anyway. They don't seem to be eating a whole lot, but like I said, it seems really warm in the coop. We don't have the heater on. We probably should turn it on for those that are sleeping on the roost so they don't get frostbite. I was debating whether or not I should open this, but you can see that there's snow. You can't see that there's snow on this side. Which means it would blow into the coop, even with this roof on there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it closed for the day. I'm not going to open this either because I don't want the birds escaping. Hi girls. I may not go in here because I don't want the door blowing open, which it's going to. We need to put like something in here so it doesn't blow open. Let me see if I can at least put it a little bit here. Okay, good. The wind might hold it shut too. Hi girls and boy. Okay, so they have quite a bit of water, more than the other coop. I just lift up their food bucket here. Their food bucket's good. It's more than half. I can see more with the camera than I can with my eyes, but my glasses are fogged up. 2 eggs, 1 egg, no eggs. Okay, so we'll take these 2. Thank you, girls. No, trust me, you do not want me to open that door. Look out. Everybody move. Nope, you're not going out. No. Sorry, I'm pushing birds out of the way. I don't want them going out. I don't think they will be out much. And opening opening the chicken door will only let all this cold air in. It's actually pretty nice in there. Of course, there's no wind in there, so it's not cutting through you. Yes, they're feathered. They have their down and their fluff, but I do want to keep the house warm for them because there's not very many in that great big place, so they need all the warm they can get. That is it for now, because, well, it's cold. I might bring some bread today. Today's a good bread baking day. See you later. Okay, we just brought water out to the birdies. Good morning, birdies. Trapdoor was frozen shut. I'm going to leave the heater on since they're standing right in front of it. They're cold. So, minus 13 last night was our low temperature here. Oh, girls, sorry. There's an egg already. Grab the egg. Okay, checking on food. I don't know why it's over there. It should be over here. I think Cal moved it. We'll get rid of Oh, look at all the food on the floor. I'm not going to put any in there. I'm going to make them eat some of that first. They like to spill it. Mice like to dig in it. They're fine. They've got plenty of food. All you have to come back out here around noon anyway. I'll give them more food if they need it. It's supposed to warm up today. Yesterday was a cold day. Our high was 8. So this is January 21. Mississippi, you're getting snow. Hey, now you know what snow looks like here. No, we didn't get a lot of snow. It's really cold. So you get less of it. Okay, so these girls here they just brought their water back out. Those water heaters are rated to 0. These were colder than that, so we took them in. There's plenty of food in this bucket yet. And there's 2 eggs in here. I should have brought a bucket. Oh, darn it, and I just dropped it. Ugh. Okay, well, they'll eat it. I don't like them to eat eggs because they get in the habit of it, and then they'll eat their own eggs. So I'm going to see here. You girls want out or not? They're covered in down. They want out. I'll go ahead and open the door here as soon as I put this other egg someplace. Hello, birdies. Australorps and Wyandottes are coming out. Even Rhode Islands, they're all meant for this colder weather. They really are. So they've got more insulation than I do right now. All right, so that's it. Our 2 basement birds are going to be coming out later today. I think that'll do it for this week's video. We've gotten cold and stock shows, and I might show you how when the tractor birds go back out front, I got to put shavings in there. That's boring. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.